Hello there, everybody. This is General Snivy, and welcome to my new Let's Play. Welcome, everyone, to Let's Play Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days. So, you may be wondering, why is it I'm not playing this on PlayStation 4? Well, there's a reason. The reason as to why is because on both PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4, this game did not receive a proper HD remaster. Instead, it only received the HD remastered cinematics. So in other words, this game was turned into a movie. So as a result, I have to play the original release, which was originally released on the Nintendo DS back in 2009. And even though the Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 plus 2.5 HD Remix Collection has recently been announced for Xbox One, I'm pretty sure they're getting the same exact collection as we did on PlayStation 4, where you get 4 full games and 2 HD movies. Oh, and also Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue, I think that's also coming to Xbox One. I don't know for absolute certainty for sure, but I feel like that too is coming to Xbox One, but whatever. Same sort of deal, where you get 2 full-fledged games and an HD movie. So, that's basically the gist of it. Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days is considered by many to be one of the more less impressive Kingdom Hearts games in the series. And it is debatable of whether or not Square Enix made the right move of only remastering the cinematics for this game rather than the entire game itself. Honestly, I don't really care to an extent. I mean, I would rather have a full-fledged HD remaster versus just remastered cinematics, but that's just me, in my personal opinion. So, with that in mind, let's get things underway. And let's fire up Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days. I've not played this game in so long, it's not even funny. But I did play through the entire game and beat it at least once. A long time ago. This was several years ago. So, yeah, let's go. Let's start a new game and begin what is considered to be by many one of the best story-driven Kingdom Hearts experiences to date. And also the most saddest. Just saying. You'll learn more about as to why it is the way it is later on down the line. For now, though, let's begin. And for our difficulty, we have a choice of 3 different difficulty levels, just like with Kingdom Hearts with Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories and Chain of Memories. You have a choice between beginner mode, standard mode, and proud mode. Beginner mode is an easy mode you can breeze right through. Action at your thing? No worries, start right here. Normal is standard mode, the normal difficulty setting. Looking for just the right balance? Choose this. Finally, there is proud mode, a thrilling challenge packed with powerful enemies. Proud of your skill, proud is for you. And as with Kingdom Hearts tradition, I will be playing through the game on Proud Mode. Later on in future iterations such as Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, as well as a few other Kingdom Hearts games that I can't remember off the top of my head besides Birth by Sleep and Kingdom Hearts 3, as of recently, those games introduced another difficulty option known as Critical Mode, but that is not an option here in 358 over 2 days. Even if you've beaten the game before at least once. So once you make your decision on a difficulty setting, you can't change it. There is no going back unless you want to start your entire playthrough all over again. So let's begin. Proud mode, and yes.
Pitiful heartless, mindlessly collecting hearts. The rage of the Keyblade releases those hearts. They gather in darkness, masterless and free, until they weave together to make Kingdom Hearts. And when that time comes, we can truly, finally exist.
Okay, so I'm going to be talking over this intro sequence especially. Good question, Axel.
I can't just look inside. But I figure if there is something in there, inside us, then we'd feel it, wouldn't we? True enough.
For any Kingdom Hearts veteran out there, you know exactly what you're thinking right now. Oh boy. Oh boy. Axel and Roxas are far too right in this situation. Anyway, this song right here is known as Sanctuary. For many of us, myself included, we first heard of this song in Kingdom Hearts 2 because we all thought that this game, along with Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, were just spin-offs and nothing more, and weren't important to the story, but oh boy, we were dead freaking wrong. Anyway, just like with Simple and Clean and also the newest song, Face My Fears in Kingdom Hearts 3, this song too is copyrighted. So I'm going to be doing my damnedest to talk over it as much as humanly possible. And if this stream VOD ends up getting muted, then I know that's a clear signal that I will have to mute the introduction sequence as much as possible. Although I'll probably have to mute it from the very beginning, from when Roxas and Axel were having their conversation. But anyway, my thoughts on this song, I really do enjoy it, and it's a perfect... I'm not really sure how to describe it. It's one of those songs that perfectly recaps the feeling of loneliness and just... I'm not really sure. Again, I just am trying to babble on and ramble out the frickin' asshole. Now, as far as this intro sequence itself in this game, I'm not sure, but I think in the HD remastered cinematics, it also showcases this as well, but in the DS version, as I'm clearly showing here, you can see a bit of a background bio on each of the Organization 13 members. Hell, you can even see some of the cinematics from Kingdom Hearts 2 in here, which is pretty nice and pretty big foreshadowing of things to come. I also like the added touch of knowing every single Organization 13 member, their bio, their... I guess their hopes and dreams, I guess. But really, no, I think it's just a brief bio and also the name of their weapons and what they choose to use. Including some of the organization members whom we previously defeated in Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, or Re-Chain of Memories, depending on what you played. But hey, I'm just saying, that's just something else worth mentioning. So, again, this is kind of a recap of playing through not only the first Kingdom Hearts game. Okay, no, not that far. It's more like a recap of Chain of Memories as well as... That I do. We do seek answers. Ooh, Sora. Ew, purpose. What is my purpose in life? I guess this is how Roxas got his name. Roxas, organization member. The latest member of Organization 13. The final member of the organization.
Still got it memorized?
Good question, Axel.
When you got your new name, you and I sat right here just like this and watched the sunset.
And thus begins Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days. Although this game does go by a few other titles, such as 358 Days Over 2, and, as I've mentioned before, 358 over 2 days. Seriously though, how do you say this title?
No, you're just late. Today makes 255.
What's that about?
It's been that many days since I first joined the organization. Man, time flies.
So, you got the number memorized, do you?
Yeah. Have to hang on to something, right? It's not like I have memories from before the organization. Don't you remember? I acted like a zombie.
Right, that first week you could barely form a sentence. But come on, you're still kind of a zombie.
Oh, thanks.
Hey, Roxas. Bet you don't know why the sun sets red. You see, light is made up of lots of colors. And out of all those colors, red is the one that travels the farthest.
I don't think that's how it
Like
works,
I
Axel.
asked, know it all. Seriously, where is she?
She who? See what I did there? You gotta figure, everything starts someplace. The closest thing to me is when I was just 7 days old and I met her. So, basically the large majority of the story is I'm not really sure what to call this. A flashback? Or if it's just a recap of events leading up to that point. That's just the way this game is. So, starting on day 7, number 14. Okay, so time to get into the actual gameplay now, at least a little bit. So welcome to the tutorial. All tutorials and other information that you need to know is displayed on the bottom screen, while the top screen displays all the action as well as everything else, such as your health bar, health gauge, your command slots, and also enemies, eventually when we get to it. For now, learning the controls is very, very simple. Just use the D-pad, or if you're playing this on the 3DS, you use the analog stick to move around. D-pad can also be used too, if you wish. Also, the bottom screen shows the map of your current area, as well as mission objectives and other pieces of information. Be sure to keep this in mind as you're going through the game. Of course, if you're watching the HD movie, then this doesn't matter to you, but I'm just saying, it's all part of the game, the actual gameplay. Hey there, Zigbar. Hey, Roxas. Welcome to the program, as they say. Screw you. What's up, Axel?
Hmm?
Hey, Roxas. Something I can help you with there, Chatterbox? Ah, I remember now. We were supposed to convene in the round room today. Ugh, meetings. Well, this is an organization after all. A company. Ah! Round room? Yep. Apparently the boss man's got some big news. Wanna head over there now? Not just yet. Okay, just holler when you're ready. Not like you can find it on your own, right? Well, you got a point there. It's not like we can leave the room unless we really, really want to. And even if we do want to leave the room, we can't. Also, the X button doesn't seem to do anything just yet, along with the Y button, but those functions will become available soon enough. A Larkscene. Ew, you're awake? Jerk. A Syax. Today is an important meeting. I expect everyone to be on time. One other thing worth noting is with the HD remastered cinematics, they add a lot more of the scenes in the game have proper voice acting instead of just purely text. However, there are some recap moments that supposed to supplement gameplay that is purely text. So there's that. It's kind of dumb, if you ask me. So, what do you think? Ready to go? Okay.
Good tidings, friends. Today is a momentous day. I am pleased to announce that a new comrade has been chosen to wear the coat. Number 14. Let us all welcome one of the Keyblade's chosen.
Ooh. After 7 days of clinging to a number and a name, I had trouble processing anything else. I couldn't have told you who the people in black coats were, or what they wanted with me. On to day 8, the icing on the cake. What, we go into the Mushroom Kingdom and speaking to the princess? And rescuing her from a giant turtle that breathes fire like a dragon? Wouldn't that be something? That would be the ultimate plot twist, if you ask me. Anyway, Roxas, your work begins today. I will issue missions which the organization expects you to carry out. Think of these early missions as exercises. You still have much to learn before we put you to a real test. Axel will be joining you your first time out. Isn't that right, Axel?
Oh boy.
What are you making me the kid's mentor now? Foreshadowing. Surely you don't mind showing Roxas here the ropes. Roxas, come see me when you're ready to go. Well, you heard the man. Starting today, I'm your babysitter. What a nice way to put it, Axel. You ass. Sheesh. Quit acting like a zombie and let's get the show on the road. So, now we're introduced to the main menu system. You access the main menu by pushing start to open the main menu, select save from the menu to record your progress. So anytime you're within Castle Oblivion, not Castle Oblivion, what am I thinking? This is the world that never was. Technically, this is where this place is at. Or the castle that never was. I'm not really sure the exact location of this place, but I know it takes place within the world that never was. But anytime that you're here within your base, you can save your progress at any time, anywhere, for the most part. However, if you're out on the field and are in the middle of a mission, you cannot save progress unless you RTC or return to the castle. In which case you'll abort the mission, which you don't want to do. Anyway, that's that for you. And as you progress through the game, new entries will be added to Roxas's diary. So that's pretty neat. You can read these diary entries at any time, if you wish, by going into the main menu, selecting Files, and selecting Roxas's diary. And again, you can read these to get some pretty interesting details on Roxas and his time in the organization. This feature was carried over with the HD remaster of the HD remastered cinematics of this game, as far as I can recall. You can choose to read these entries if you wish, for, again, extra information. Here is the tutorials option, so anytime you wish to go over a tutorial or anything like that, you can select this and view any and all information of all the tutorials that you've encountered throughout the game. Next, we have config, or configuration. We can change a couple of settings here, however, some of them are blank as of right now. They will become available as time goes on. If you want to switch between different configuration options, just push L or R. ZL or ZR don't appear to do anything if you're playing on new 3DS, so be sure to keep this in mind. So let's take a look here. Camera x-axis. You can change the way the camera works if you so wish. Since, technically speaking, this game does not feature dual analog support, because the DS does not have dual analog sticks for obvious reasons, you can change the way the command list works here. By a simple push the button, you can scroll through the different options while you're scrolling onto the field. You can make it so you have only to push the X button only, or you have to push a combination between X as well as the D-pad. Which, honestly, if you're on the move and you're in the middle of combat, just leave this on X only. Trust me, you'll thank me later. As far as the camera positioning, I think I'm just going to keep these alone on normal as of right now. And now we have combat partner behavior. Target, we can set this... throughout the game, Roxas will have all kinds of different partners in crime to help him along his journey throughout the entire game. It's kind of like readjusting the artificial intelligence of Donald and Goofy of the previous Kingdom Hearts games. So if you're tired of Donald not healing you, change the AI behavior to make it so Donald actually saves some MP, so that he'll save you when you need it most. Just saying. So again, you can change the targeting behavior as well as the support behavior. So, for target we have choose who partners should target with weapons. Partners will focus their attack on the same enemy you are targeting. Separate is partners will let you handle your own target and focus their attacks on other enemies. And off where they will never attack with their weapons. Unless you're doing a challenge run, leave this on same or separate. Support. Choose how partners should use magic and items. Partners will stick mainly to using attack magic and resort to recovery magic only when needed. Recovery is partners will stick mainly to recovery magic / items and resort to attack magic only when needed. So it's basically the opposite of damage. No support is, again, partners will never use magic or items to help you out. Again, just like I said, unless you're doing a challenge run, leave this on either damage or recovery. Highly recommend it leaving on damage, just saying. So, as far as other options, we have save, which, honestly, you should save your progress as much as humanly possible. And title screen, you can return to the title screen at any time. If you select that option, just keep in mind, if you lose your save, if you fail to save, your save data is lost, just saying. So, as you can see, my first playthrough, I played through the game on standard difficulty, and made it to level 56, which is pretty impressive in only 34 hours. So, let's go ahead and create a new save data in slot 2. And that's that. Oh, by the way, there is one other thing worth noting in the options menu. Those are money as well as heart points. Money is the Kingdom Hearts currency. You use money to buy items and other necessities, such as potions, spells, and other things like that, which I'll get into later. Heart points, on the other hand, are completely different. They too are a currency per se, but are exclusively used within the organization. So heart points, we'll be getting into that later on, but for right now, just worry about money. On the bottom screen, you'll obviously view all information on Roxas, such as his current level, his HP, abilities he has equipped currently, his links, and also other important stats, such as strength, magic, defense, etc. So if you ever want to view the stats on Roxas and his current progression, just open up the main menu while you're in the castle within the world that never was, and you're all set. And abilities, you can view all abilities that Roxas currently has equipped by pushing the X button while in the main menu. So right now he has the Kingdom Key and Anti-Light Armor. It makes it harder for enemies to zap your radar. Okay. That's pretty interesting, I guess. Alright. Let's get moving. Hey there, buddy. By the way, number 14 currently does not have a name, but it will be revealed in good time. Are you ready to go? Okay. Teach him well, Axel. Don't worry. I'll be sure that he makes the grade. Come on, Roxas. Hey, what's wrong? You're worried about the new kid? What was that name again? Number 14, Shion.
Huh.
Right, I knew that. Shion. Got it memorized, Roxas? Yeah. You sure? How about my name, then? It's Axel. And our boss's name? Xemnas. Very good, Roxas. No way you're going to forget his name, right? Now, let's get moving. Now on to the gameplay aspect of the game. Hooray! One of which the HD remastered movies does not really go over all that well. Just saying. Excuse me. Anyway, our first stop within our first mission ever is Twilight Town. Remember this place from Chain of Memories? Well, this is where Roxas spent most of his time. And you will soon see why that is the case. Alright, let's start by talking about what we do on missions. Missions are, they're, you know, You know what? Talking is dumb. Let's just go ahead and get our hands dirty, shall we? Follow me. So, this tutorial now will go over the jumping, which is pretty obvious enough. Just push the B button to jump. You can also grab ledges that are otherwise out of reach. There's also more information. Press up while hanging to pull yourself up, or B again to drop down. Reach Axel's position. Okay. So after receiving some information on the top of the screen, it is displayed for about a few seconds, and then it moves down to the bottom screen. Speaking of the bottom screen, now it displays the map of your current location, and also lists all treasure chests that are in the area where you're at, as well as the mission gauge. Fill this up in order to complete the mission. So each mission varies based on the objective itself. They may have some extra objectives tied to it, but as long as you meet the bare minimum, then you'll be fine. But it's honestly a really good idea to go the extra mile as much as humanly possible to complete the mission to their fullest. don't be afraid to just bail out if you feel like you're outmatched and you're unable to fully complete the mission. You can pull out or just complete the mission with the bare minimum objectives complete and replay the mission at any time you see fit. So anyway, let's get moving. Up we go. There you go, good job. Bite me. Thanks. But don't go thinking that you can just run and jump all your way through every mission. No, that job belongs to Super Mario. You've gotta be aware. What do you mean? You have to look around. Sometimes what you're after is sitting right under your nose. Got it memorized? Yeah, I think so. Alright then, time for a road test. There's a treasure chest somewhere in these passages. I want you to find it. That's all I gotta do? I know, don't hurt yourself. Anyway, remember to look around. Press select or to enter free look mode, then use the D-pad to adjust the camera. For any button other than the D-pad or start, press any button other than the D-pad or start to exit free look mode. You can also slide the stylus on the touchscreen to adjust the camera on the fly. Try it next time you need to look around. Honestly, the camera controls are complete utter aids. So, free look mode, you just push select and you can move the D-pad around to find what it is that you're looking for or any necessary information. But again, the best way of looking around, honestly, is just to approach a nearby corner or wall, push the R button to snap the camera back behind Roxas. That's honestly the best way you could go about things, just saying, in my honest opinion. Just because of the fact that you don't have any sort of analog camera controls, it just makes things that much more annoying. Axel, what's this? A barricade. It means you're not supposed to go this way. You mean there's nothing down there? Yeah, that's the gist of it. They're set up to keep us on task. That or out of trouble. I mean, hello, look at it. Big menacing X. I'll take the beaten path, thanks. So, now we're learning about blocked areas. Some areas are blocked off by barricades. The organization uses these to close off areas unrelated to the mission. So, no matter how hard you try, you can't go through a barricade. Just saying, don't even bother. You can learn about them if you wish, but that's really about it. Ah, there's the chest. Is this the chest? Sure is. Well done. What are you waiting for? The mission was to find the chest. Aren't I done? Don't be a smartass, Roxas. Roxas, there's this thing about chests. They have stuff in them. So I should open the chest. No, really? I want you to have a tea party with it. No, but seriously, that's generally what you do. Open the chest. Press A while next to a chest to open it. Chest contains a variety of helpful items. Collect as many as you can. No duh. Items you collect are stored in your backpack. To get to your backpack, press X until the item command is selected, then press A. Items on the list can be discarded or, in the case of recovery items, used. Anything you throw away will appear on screen and can be collected again. You gotta be fast though, otherwise it'll disappear as far as I know. Alright, let's open the chest. Mission complete! Good work. You can keep what we found, alright. Time to RTC. Well, RTC, move out. RTC? Return to the castle. Go ahead, lead the way back to the dark corridor that brought us here. Sounds good to me. After a mission, you must make your way back to the dark corridor in RTC. Return to the castle. The corridor location is displayed on the touchscreen map. RTC authorized. The dark corridor is open. Sweet. So that's basically the gist of it, for the most part. Of course, we'll learn more about the game and its mechanics as we go about through the entirety of the game. Alright, let's RTC. Bravo! So, what do you think? Got the hang of the mission business? Uh-huh. I'm sorry, speak up. Couldn't quite catch that. I said... I could have done that blindfolded. I don't know if I want a blindfold zombie on the loose. Alright, smart Alec, you did good, and no successful mission is complete without a little icing on the cake. Come on. But don't we have to RTC? Later. Don't you remember our hangout? Hello, Jamar. Welcome to the stream. And, yeah, sorry I didn't catch your comments sooner. Yeah, of course I am streaming on the 3DS. There you go, the icing on the cake. You remember what the ice cream is called? It's sea salt ice cream. Come on, I already told you once. Get it memorized, man. Ah. Okay. My apologies. I guess the reason why I didn't see it was maybe because you added me to your auto host recently. And auto host, how that works is whenever our streamer goes live within your host list, it'll automatically host a stream, even though the streamer's not notified. Anyway, back to the game. It's really salty, but sweet too. Roxas, you said the same exact thing the other day. I did? I don't remember that. Hey, what has it been? A week since you showed up? Maybe. Maybe? Come on, you must remember that much. Well, that's okay. Today, we're where it all begins, anyway. Yeah? Sure. Here you are, out in the field, working for the organization. Today, you're one of us. I guess it's a start. So, with every successful mission complete, you'll get some heart points, money, and experience based on your performance. However, if you abort mission, then I believe you don't really gain much of anything whatsoever as far as I know. Maybe you get to keep the experience and money, but not so much heart points. But for every mission you complete, you will get a reward, such as obviously a potion or other items that you may receive later on, including level ups. Yeah, those are a thing. Those are items in this game. So, now that that's done, let's move on. It was my first day working for the organization. He gave me missions and I carried them out. But if you asked me what my job was, I would have just stared at you. Day 9. Heartless. Hey, Marluxia. Roxas, today you will be working with Marluxia. Come see me when you're ready. So, you may be wondering, what the hell is Marluxia doing here? Didn't we technically kill him in Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories? Well, I'll get into that in a minute. Well, there you have it. Welcome to the fold, Roxas. Thanks. New entry added to Roxas's diary. Okay. So anyway, some of you may be wondering, what the hell is Marluxia doing here? Well, there is a pretty peculiar reason as to why he's there. Technically speaking, Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days takes place within the beginning of the game takes place before the events of Chain of Memories. Another chunk of it takes place in the middle of Chain of Memories, and finally the largest part of the game, a large part of the game rather, takes place after Chain of Memories, but before Kingdom Hearts 2. So technically speaking, this is like in between both Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories and Kingdom Hearts 2. That's the way this story is. However, Square has gone on record by saying that this takes place before Chain of Memories, which is incorrect, but they were right at the same time. But they're mostly wrong because most of the game takes place after Chain of Memories. Just saying. Alright. Let's go ahead and save our progress here and get ready for our first real mission. So, yeah, like I was saying, Marluxia is technically here because, like I said, the beginning part of the game takes place before the events of Chain of Memories, and as Chain of Memories was just getting started. We'll set out once you're ready. Are you ready to go? Okay. Roxas, was it? I never properly introduced myself. I am Marluxia, number 11. Okay, so what do I have to do today? Today, your job is to collect hearts. How do I do that? Good question. Roxas, could you summon your Keyblade for me? Well, sure, alright. Gotta love how the Keyblade is just a 2D sprite. Oh, that's okay. Things happen. Life happens, and, I know that Puerto Rico currently is going through some serious problems, and I'm glad to see that you're safe. So that's the most important thing, that you and your family are safe. That's all that matters. Lucky number 13. At last, a chosen wielder of the Keyblade amongst our ranks. Hello. Whoa, what are those? Nothing to be feared. So, Roxas, shall we put that power of yours to a little test? Use your Keyblade and defeat those Heartless. Sure, sounds fun. So, to use the Keyblade and attack enemies, you just mash the A button. Press the A button to attack with the Keyblade, keep pressing A with the right timing to perform a devastating combo. And it's literally as simple as that. Enemies drop prizes when defeated. HP prizes restore HP, money serves as cash, and prize boxes contain items. Again, that was easy. Good. Those Heartless are called shadows. But what are Heartless? That's a very good question, Roxas. Dark creatures who roam about searching for hearts. They come in two larger varieties. Actually, you're kind of wrong in that aspect. There are many different kinds of Heartless. The ones you just defeated are known as purebloods. Purebloods don't release any hearts when you defeat them. In other words, don't bother with them. Your mission is to collect hearts after all. The other variety are those things. Is right over there. Forget about the shadows. Take these out, Roxas. They are your real targets. Rapidly press R twice to lock onto an enemy. Cycle to the next target by pressing R once. Rapidly press R twice to exit lock-on mode. Okay, seems simple enough. Honestly, the regular standard targeting cursor is more than sufficient enough to figure out where your enemies are. I mean, if you need to lock on, double tapping R is not a bad option. But standard targeting is fine. Those were what we call emblem Heartless. Why are they so special? Did you notice the hearts appeared when you defeated them? Right. Your job is to collect those hearts. A heart appears when you defeat certain types of Heartless. You can use these heart points at the shop. Neat. Is there any trick to it? None. So long as the Heartless are felled by your weapon, the Keyblade, the heart will be captured. I see. And what happens to the hearts I collect? They will gather as one and create an almighty force known as Kingdom Hearts. Roll credits! Which is good, right? Completing Kingdom Hearts is the organization's primary objective. And to do that, we need all the hearts we can possibly find. So that's what the organization does, collect hearts. Actually, you are the first of us to accomplish it. Wait, then... The rest of us can defeat Heartless, but we have no way of collecting the hearts they release. Eventually the heart will turn right back into a Heartless. You see then how special you are? With power like yours. Oh, hi. How y'all doing? Here comes more of them. Each one is a gift, Roxas. Squeeze every last heart out of them. Now, we're going to be going over the chain mechanic in this game. Defeat enemies to start a chain. When chaining, a ring of light appears around whenever enemy you're locked onto. The ring shrinks over time and disappears. Keep hitting enemies to make it bigger. Defeating enemies during a chain will earn you bonus heart points. What's more, if you keep a chain going long enough, your heart counter will begin to flash. Your chain becomes unbreakable during this time, giving you a chance to collect tons of hearts. That's awesome. Let's get to work. Goodbye. Excellent, Roxas. Your work today is done. I am amazed. That Keyblade, the thing that could be done with that sort of power. I have high hopes for you, Roxas, as do we all. Defeat the Heartless and help the organization reach our noble goal. Alright. Shall we RTC then? Okay. I believe we're done here. There's no treasure chest to worry about here whatsoever, so let's RTC and move out. Anywho, after completing our objective, we of course got some pretty neato items. We have a fire recipe, which allows to supersize a fire magic panel. We got ourselves another potion, and we even got a moonstone for completing the mission. A stunning gem. You can use this material to synthesize panels. Pretty neat. And that was how I found out the organization's goal. So they wanted to collect these things called hearts. I didn't know what a heart was, or how it even mattered, but at least I knew what my part was. Day 10. Incomplete. Good morning, Roxas. Hello, Zexian. I shall be joining you on your mission today. Take care of what you need to do, and then check in with Syax. I am all ready to go. Okay. Did we get anything new here? Well, not really. Not even a new entry for Roxas's diary. Kind of baffling if you ask me, but whatever. This is fine. Alrighty, let's start up our next mission. Your mission today is to eliminate a set quantity of Heartless. The organization may call upon you to meet other objectives, perform recon, for example. But regardless of the task you have been given, your primary order still holds. You and the Keyblade of yours serve us best by collecting hearts. So even if I'm given another job, I should keep taking out Heartless while I do it? Correct. Today, however, the two happily collide. That's neat. Missions have a variety of objectives. The objective of your current mission is shown on the touchscreen. A map of your current location can be found on the touchscreen. Enemies in the area are shown on the map. Use it to hunt them down. So, our current objective is to defeat 7 Heartless. Goodbye. So, honestly, when it comes to hunting down Heartless that are on the map, they're represented by white dots. Honestly, it's not the most useful of information, but it's still information that can be considered valuable otherwise. So be sure to keep this in mind as you're searching around trying to find your target and defeat them all. So if you're ever running low on health, don't be afraid to pull out an item and use it to obviously heal yourself. Trust me, you're going to need it. All done. I defeated the number of Heartless you said. Now we get to RTC, right? Leave already. I, for one, would apply myself a bit more. But Yes, you did do as you were asked. Mission accomplished. But as you can plainly see, there are still Heartless wandering about. You don't have to eliminate them all. It's your choice. Just like I don't have to respect you for slinking back to the castle while there's still work to be done. And if that doesn't matter to you, just remember the organization rewards those who make the extra effort. This is actually very, very true and very important. Make progress towards your objective and the mission gauge will fill. Reach the goal line and it's mission complete. But why stop there? Fill the gauge all the way and it could pay off tremendously, actually. So our extra objective, that you can choose whether or not to fulfill it if you so desire, is to kill more Heartless. There are several more Heartless that are laid about in the map of this area, which honestly, it's a good idea to hunt down as many of these things as you can. Eventually the gauge will fill up, and once it does, we'll be rewarded quite handsomely. So whenever possible, it's always a good idea to try to completely fill this mission objective gauge all the way up to maximum. So anyway, both screens, both the top screen as well as the bottom screen, serve a pretty important purpose. So don't ignore them just because they're there. Seriously, they're more important than you may ever know. Okay, where the hell are the remaining Heartless? One thing I find kind of annoying is that sometimes you may encounter situations where it seems like the map is just too far zoomed in, which is really annoying. Thank you! So with that, we're done. Much better! I trust you'll exhibit equal diligence in your missions going forward. Alright, now that the mission is over, do you have any questions? Yeah, just what is Kingdom Hearts? Marluxia said it's some kind of force. Yes? And when I defeat the Heartless, those hearts pop out and become part of Kingdom Hearts, right? But, like, what's the point? Kingdom Hearts will complete us. That's the organization's goal. There's actually more to it. Just saying. Complete us? Complete us how? Roxas, you and I and all the organization's members are what we call nobodies. Well, that's not very nice. He's not wrong. With a capital N, it's a name for those of us who are missing a vital piece of who we are, our hearts. I don't have a heart? That's all I'm gonna say. Just, he's wrong. Correct. Like all of us, you entered the world without one, but you can help us get them. Kingdom Hearts is made of the very thing we lack, a multitude of hearts. It has the power to complete us. And more! More on that later in the series. Full story at 11. Are you starting to see why you're so important? Each of us has a vital role in the organization. Yours is collecting hearts. Yeah, I get it. Well, I just hope we can count on you to get it done. Any more questions? No, sorry. Then we should get back. Come on. Alrighty then, off we go. So, for completing the mission and completely filling the mission gauge, we get some additional items, such as additional fire panels. Magic that shoots a homing ball of flame, ignite an enemy to sap more HP. Sweet. I believe if you leave sooner than, I believe, whoever was with you, I can't remember their name off the top of my head, they'll scold you for it. And you won't get as good of a reward as you would filling up the mission gauge completely. Just saying. I found out I was a nobody, that I was incomplete. Just like the rest of them. I came into the world without a heart. Why don't you go ask the wonderful Wizard of Oz for one? He may be more than willing to give you one. Okay, I'll stop now. Would it have made a difference if I had a heart? Would that make me somebody? Day 11. Keyblade. Keyblade! Roxas, Larxene will be your partner today. Larxene, right, it's the Wicked Witch of the West, who's a blondie. Speaking of which, where the hell is she? She already left. Meet her on site. Oh, alright. This time we expect you to try out magic for a change, instead of relying solely on the Keyblade. Magic? I know magic? Only if you arm yourself with some before you leave for the mission. See me when you're ready. You can now select panels from the main menu. Panels allow you to customize your abilities. You can only access your panels before missions, so make them a part of your daily routine. Very true. And it's very, very important to get that memorized into your skull as my internet decides to take a shit. Damn it! Well, good thing I'm recording this stream at the same exact time. I don't know why my internet decided to shit itself. Come on. You can do it. You can get back. Come on, baby. Come on. Oh, boy. Well, good thing I'm recording this at the same exact time. Otherwise, this stream would be SOL. Oh, dear. That definitely would not be a fun time. Okay, getting back into things. Back into the panel. Install panels you've obtained in slots in order to power yourself up. Install panels give you new abilities or increase your level, HP, and other stats. Having trouble with a mission? Don't be afraid to press start and withdraw. You can always try again, and sometimes a simple change in your panel can make all the difference. Very true. And don't be afraid to replay missions as well to restore or just level up some more, get some level up panels, and just be that much better as a person. Just saying. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's assign some panels here. Here, let's go ahead and put some fire panels down. We got 3 different fires. You may be wondering, why is it that we have 3 fires? Don't we have an MP bar? No, we do not. Not in this game. This game works a lot like Final Fantasy VIII with its junction system, where instead of having a MP gauge, you have individual uses of magic. So, for example, fire, it doesn't use MP, but instead it has a limited use. Every time you use that ability, it will use that ability that many times. Magic will be fully restored upon mission completion, so no need to worry about losing them forever. Items, on the other hand, are a different story. Once you use that item disappears from your inventory, so be sure to keep this in mind. So let's go ahead and install our potions here. Okay, that's basically all we can install for right now. So, here is how the leveling system works in this game after a quick drink, because Jesus Christ, my mouth is dry as crap. So, just like with the magic panels, every time Roxas levels up, he gets a level up panel. And that has to be assigned in order to level up Roxas properly. Unless you're doing a challenge run, in which case you're not using them. Always equip level ups as much as humanly possible. You will thank me later. Also, I forgot to save progress, so I might as well take care of that now. So, like I said, it's a good idea to save your progress as much as humanly possible. Just saying. Alright, now that we're fully equipped, we're ready to go. You'll need magic for today's mission. Are you ready to go? Yes. Nice of you to show up. Hi. Ugh, this is the worst. Whose idea was it to send me along on your stupid baby mission? Do I look like I run a nursery school? Let Demex handle this. Let Demex handle this stuff. It's not like he's good at anything else. Sheesh. What the hell's wrong with you? What? What? You got something to say? No. You'd be nothing without that Keyblade. Oh, I got an idea. Uh-oh. Uh-oh indeed. You can do today's mission without your Keyblade. What? Why? Because I said so, that's why. Syax told you to practice magic today, didn't he? Well, sink or swim. Yeah, sink. I don't know how to use magic. Well, you're not gonna learn if you keep whipping around that oversized key. I don't know about that, Larxene. You can get pretty far doing something like that. Trust me. Yeah, but... Ah, perfect. There's a Heartless. Go on, take it out, and you have to use magic. I'll stand here and watch. Like a good little witch. Thanks. Time to go over magic, folks. To access your magic, press X until the magic command is selected and then press A. You have a limited number of magic casts, but you can recover them by using ethers or by RTCing. It's wise to lock onto any enemy that you see while you're attempting to use magic. Just saying. Well, that was easy. Oh boy. Oh, here comes some more. Go on, wipe them out. At the speed you move, we'll be here all month. Go ahead, you can use your Keyblade this time. Wait, what happened to learning magic? Don't you want to finish this awful mission or don't you? Just get used to it. Well, since you asked so nicely... Oh, by the way, if you need to heal, do it yourself. Jerk. So, at least now we can finally use our frickin' Keyblade. To use recovery items, press X to select the item command, choose an item, then press A. Once you use an item, it's gone. This goes for both installed items and those in your backpack. Items must be installed in must be installed in slots like everything else if you want to take them along on missions. Plan in advance for tougher missions. That's very important, and be sure to keep this in mind. Magic and recovery items can be set to a shortcut menu. Hold L while selecting an item or magic, then press A, B, X, or Y to assign it to that button. Next, close the menu or magic menu. Hold L and you'll see your shortcuts. While holding L, press A, B, X, or Y and use that shortcut. Backpack items cannot be assigned. So you basically want to use a combination of not only your Keyblade moves, but also magic. Also, those cool shades above Roxas's head, they're not for show. That signifies that Roxas is blind currently. Whenever a character is blind, then their physical attacks are harder to execute and will more than often than not miss, even at point-blank range. Sheesh, about time. Worst mission ever! Ugh. If you're our big shot Keyblade wielder, then we're in deep doo-doo. Bitch. Ugh. Can't even hold up your end of a conversation? Well, excuse me, princess. I'm not the talkative type. You better pull it together or we'll never finish Kingdom Hearts. Or you turn into Madame Wario, who refuses to play through the entire series. Kidding. I'm kidding. Unless, of course, we put somebody else on Keyblade duty. Foreshadowing. What? You have somebody else? None of your beeswax. You just worry about defeating Heartless and collecting hearts for us. Maybe one day you'll be almost mediocre at it. You ever heard of the phrase, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all? This is one of those moments. Seriously. Go die in a hole. Let's go before you kill any more of my brain cells. Bitch. Alright, well, we're done here. Of course, before we leave, let's open up the chests that are in the area, which, thankfully, it's just one small area and it's full of ethers. I'm very sure. That it is. Okay, we're done. Let's leave this place and never look back, because Larxene can seriously go die in a hole, which thankfully she will! Okay, so mission complete. We get ourselves 3 more potions, another ether, and a scan panel. Very important to have this. Display the HP up targets. All done. Let's move on. They taught me that my Keyblade releases hearts, but why do I have it? How did I learn to use it? There's actually a very good explanation for this, but that kind of leads to spoiler territory, and we're not going to be talking about that right now. The more I learned, the less I seemed to know. Too true. Day 12. A closed world. You're mine today, Roxas. Hello, Vexen. How are you? Alright. Report to Syax when you're ready. Just don't go pulling off any crazy experiments on me now. Seriously, don't. Now, let's go over another control type. Type B controls have been added to the configuration menu. Press... No. Type B features a more flexible camera. So far, you've been using Type A controls. Try both to see what clicks for you. So how Type B works, I'm pretty sure it is purely camera controls options. So Type A resets the camera, is reset camera, lock on, and toggle chase cam. L accesses shortcuts. Type B rotates the camera. Look, rotates the camera with the R button and L button. Push L and R to... Is it to lock on, or is it to access shortcuts? I'm not really too sure. I think I'm going to be sticking with Type A controls for now. But whatever floats your boat. To answer your question, Jamar, no, I did not get a copy of Pokemon Sword or Shield. I plan on doing so sometime down the road, but not right now, though. Right now, I need to save my money because I'm going to be renewing my subscription to Amazon Prime in February, and that's expensive AF. I mean, $120 for the entire year. I mean, that is a pretty good price, all things considered, because you're paying for the entire year, and you save some money in the long run because it's like $12.99 a month or something. And if you multiply that by 12, that is a truckload of money. And that adds up over time. Paying one large sum within one given month for the entire year is honestly the way to go. It's also how I handle my Funimation Now subscription too. I pay for the entire year and I'm set. So, like I was saying, I will be sticking with Type A controls for right now. I might switch to Type B depending on how I'm feeling. Alright, let's go over our panels. Add in scan, and let's add in some ethers. You can also remove panels that you've previously placed as well by hovering over them and selecting them and pushing B. Keep in mind, though, that you do have a limited number of slots starting off in the game. So, how do you get more? Well, by leveling up and progressing through the story. That is how. So, let's see. Our abilities have been updated up to this point in time, which is pretty neat. Okay, I think we're good to go here. Let's save and start the next mission. Are you ready to go? Hell yeah. On to the next mission. Now, listen carefully. Your mission today is to perform reconnaissance in this area. Reconna what? What about fighting Heartless and collecting hearts? Oh, there's far more to the organization than that, boy. You make a good point. Our work wouldn't go half as smoothly if we didn't gather the needed intelligence beforehand. You know what they say, intel wins wars. Fortunately, you are in good hands. I will be by your side today to help you simulate that insane mind of yours. I think that's how you say it. First, let's take a look around the immediate area and report anything unusual you find. And don't go wandering too far until you've carefully examined the clues closest at hand. So now it's time to go over reconnaissance missions. These are fun. For recon missions like this one, approach the recon point and press A to examine them. You must defeat any nearby foes first. Recon points you find are marked on the map. Find enough clues to make a breakthrough and the mission gauge will fill. Breakthroughs reveal new recon points, allowing you to proceed within the mission. That's awesome. Okay, let's examine this. This spot paved with a different tile. It's like a road. It could be a railroad for all we know. Fascinating. And, we'll never get anywhere with you simply stating the obvious. Thank you, Captain Obvious.
Yeah.
Wow, what do they sell here? That's your job to find out, idiot. Makes a good point. Oh, hi. How y'all doing? Despite the fact that some Heartless are roaming around in the streets, it's obviously a good idea to try to take them out as much as possible, because even though they don't give you any heart points, they do give you experience, which is very important for leveling up. Just saying. Unless, once again, you're doing a challenge run, in which case, good luck. I guess this place sells clothes? You guess? Are you daft? What else would it be? Teacups? Pot holders? Scarves? Hats? God only knows, folks. Let's continue our little investigation then, shall we? One other thing worth noting is that despite the fact that your partners in crime will be accompanying you on missions, they can take care of themselves perfectly fine. It's not like Donald or Goofy, who you need to babysit on a continuous basis. Just saying, your partners can take care of themselves. And they'll take care of you in return. So be sure to keep this in mind. Okay, let's see what else we can find. Reconnaissance missions, honestly, aren't too bad. It does allow you to get the layout of the land. And even though Twilight Town is a very familiar territory to not only the entire organization, but to Roxas and Axel as well, sometimes reconnaissance in the familiar territory may not be a bad idea. Especially when you're trying to figure out certain aspects of the locations that you're at. Sometimes you may end up finding something new, something interesting that you may have never known about a place. So, that's something to keep in mind. Okay. Let's continue. Thanks, Vexen. Never thought I'd say that, but it is what it is. Didn't the game say that the reconnaissance areas are marked on the map? It's kind of weird how that doesn't appear to be the case. Again, it's a good idea to examine your surroundings as much as possible during these recon missions. Trust me, it's very important. Especially for later recon missions. Oh, hello. What do we have here? Blazing Shard. Sweet. By the way, synthesis projects, we won't be getting into those until a little bit later on in the game. So, try to collect as many synthesizing items as much as possible. That way, for later, when you actually go to synthesize things, you'll be more than prepared to make some pretty awesome gear. Or panels, or anything else in between. Just saying. Ah, here we go. I think they sell jewelry here. Anyone can see that. The point isn't to wander around gawking, analyze what you see. There are a lot of shops. Well, there are a lot of shops. And this could be the center of town. Could be. Are you asking me or telling me? Roxas, are you looking but not seeing? Here's what I see. The whole town is built along a mountain. That's why the roads slope. Houses have been built along the terrain, or terrace. And at the top of is a station. The train there are the town's primary system of transit. Up there, you see that clock tower? That's the station building. Based on its location, we know the tracks are properly elevated. And this must be downtown. All these shops in one place. Now, what about this path you pointed out? Trams must run here. See? Look closer. There are marks. Actually, you're wrong. There are no marks there. I don't know what you're talking about. You figured all this out just now? But that's just it. I only stated what I saw. There was no figuring involved. That's the next step, analyzing the data you find. The clothing and jewelry shops tell us how these people live. This whole town is a blueprint of their lives. Distressing. Very distressing. Your mind wasn't made for this, was it? Well, you're not off the hook yet, boy. If I let you quit with these results, I'll be the laughing stock of the castle. Follow this path and investigate the remainder of the area. And stay on the path, please. Everything you need to know about this plaza lies along it, provided you are capable of connecting the dots. Oh, bite me, dude. So, we have a new breakthrough on our reconnaissance mission. So again, follow the path. I think Vexen will just get on your ass about not being on the path if, Oh, hi. What's this? Arches, staircases, seems like an easy town to get lost in. Easy to get lost. Your job is to mentally mapping this place. Think of this as a landmark. Consider it a clue. Interesting. Thanks for the intel. It's very well needed, especially for something as interesting as this. The entrance is shuttered. It looks like the road leads right into this building. Then you should have already pieced together what the entrance is for. There's actually more to this than meets the eye. I think there's definitely more to this. And I've obviously went over a few places that I should have before. There's a big hole in the wall. I can see some woods on the other side. We're investigating the town now. Did they not teach you about these barricades? Yeah, they did. Jerk. Alright, let's continue our little investigation charade now, shall we? Like I said, there's more to these reconnaissance missions than what they seem. There's quite a lot of information that you need to keep in mind during these recon missions. It's locked. Ugh, really? You don't have to open every door we pass, you know. This isn't Modern Warfare. Also, my internet is shitting itself again, goddammit. Come on, you can get back. Come on. Come on. There you go. Back up to speed. Try to remember that we run a covert operation. This town may be quiet, but it's not empty. I beg to differ. If you allow yourself to be seen, you'll become the target of investigation. But wait, aren't nobodies technically supposed to be invisible to those who have hearts? According to Zemnis, that seems to be the case, but in actuality, that isn't actually true. Nobodies can most definitely be seen. An underground tunnel system. It's shuttered. Note the number over the door. That's the gate's designation. It says number 4. Precisely 4, not 1, which means there are multiple gates. We've been through the whole area. Multiple times, actually. Alright then, what have you learned? Well, let's see. The town has a lot of overpasses and underpasses, and the trams seem to circle the plaza. Oh, and there was that entrance that looked like it led underground, but it was shuttered. Anything else? Huh. Oh, never mind. Wouldn't want you to hurt yourself. You're showing some improvement, at least, even if your natural talent do fall woefully short of my own. You're done, boy. Go ahead and RTC. I could have figured it out if I had more time. Oh, is that so? Then take all the time you like. But don't hold yourself up to my standards. Little steps for little minds. He does have a point. So that's the basic minimum objective complete. However, there's still more to be discovered in this place, according to the mission gauge here. So it might be a good idea to continue our little investigation here to see what else we can find. The entrance with the shutter leads into this area, and then the road stops. We know the road is for a tram, so this must be the tram yard. At last, a modicum of intelligence. My teaching is paying off. So, like I said, there's definitely more to this. Reconnaissance missions should never be completely bypassed. You should try to investigate as much as you possibly can. And if there are some areas that appear to be out of reach, don't worry about it. You can always come back later with future abilities to fully explore these places and find out even more information about the places that you previously investigated. Hell, you may even be able to do it even faster, as these places are pre-designated. So that's pretty nice. They're pre-designated, predetermined, and you're good. Let me out. Anything else here? Honestly, there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of other things left to investigate, except here. This spot's out of the way and surrounded by buildings. But why would they leave this space open? They must have a reason. It's kept clean, which means what? People pass through here a lot. Precisely. Finally, a glimmer of insight. Not bad. You're finally starting to see the bigger picture. But while I applaud you for your effort, you need to be able to see these things at first glance. Oh, right. Your goal should be to gather the maximum amount of data in the minimum amount of time. Spend too much time dallying and you risk being seen. Sometimes the locals may be wary. You need to be warier. Excuse me, I understand. Today's mission was just an exercise. I am satisfied. Let's return. Excellent. That's good to see that everything went out perfectly fine. Definitely happy to see that. Alright, let's RTC. That concludes today's mission. Any questions or concerns? How often do I have to do this? Whenever the organization needs to know more about a world, naturally. Every world is unique with its own terrain, values, heartless population, etc. Any number of variables that could be turned into our advantage in in the missions ahead. Wait, every world? You mean there's more than one? Yes, boy. You didn't think you'd be mulling around here forever, did you? You will visit many worlds for many reasons, but our ultimate goal remains the same. Kingdom Hearts. That's right. Now come along. Oops. Okay, all done here. And for our rewards, we get another fire panel dodge roll, which is pretty sweet, another fire recipe, and a blazing shard. Awesome. Later on, I discovered the job was more than just a commute between the castle and that town. The walls between worlds are steep, so we create our own ways, dark corridors which lead to every place imaginable. Day 13. Deeds to be done. Roxas, I have decided to pair you with Lexius, I guess, for your mission today. Come see me when you're ready. What a weird name. Lexius is the guy in orange hair, by the way. The power-hungry individual who wants to show off his true power and go Super Saiyan, if you know what I mean. Okay. Let's rearrange our panels now, shall we? So, let's go ahead and equip our dodge roll ability then. This will replace one of our potions that we have equipped currently, but that's okay with me. Okay. Alright, we're done here. Let's save and get ready for our next mission. Let's go. So, do you know what a limit break is? No. It is the most powerful move at your disposal. One that only works when you are on your last legs. A Heartless. Time for some practical application. Huh? Yeah! How? What was that for? Ugh. There. Now you're on your last legs. Let's see your limit break and defeat that Heartless. Now it's time to go over the limit break system. Once your HP falls into the yellow range, hold A and you can activate your limit break. Your attack will deal massive damage until the white line reaches the left edge of your HP gauge.
Yeah. Nice try.
Well, that was easy. Well fought. Yeah? Organization members are often asked to conduct solo missions. The only person you can count on here... Let me try that again. The only person you can count on out here is yourself. So, I've noticed. You and that Keyblade are invaluable to the organization. With your job, however, comes risk. Every mission will put you against more and more Heartless. And I have to face them if we're going to complete Kingdom Hearts, right? Correct. So what happens when Kingdom Hearts is finished? What good does it do us? We will unite with it. You and I will gain hearts of our own. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't understand. When the time comes, you will. In the meantime, there are deeds to be done, and only you can do them. Yeah, I call bullshit. Say you need me. Yes. Are they good deeds? It depends on how you look at it. Good for the organization. Right. We should return. Okay. Want to see Arthur authorized? Let's head on back. I'm done. Not very much experience, but we did gain another skill here. Transforming your weapons, it'll allow you to string tougher, faster, longer ground combos. Sweet. Pretty nice reward, all things considered. Our group had its good apples just like it had its bad. But everybody wanted the same thing, to complete Kingdom Hearts. What is Kingdom Hearts? What happens when we gather enough hearts and finish it? You will never know, buddy. No one knows. I didn't know then, still don't. But I'll fight for my chance to be someone whole. Fight against the darkness for however long it takes. Day 14. Friends. Let's eat some ice cream. We are best friends. You are right. Ha 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 ha. Hey, Roxas. Let's eat some ice cream. We are best friends. You are right. Ha 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 ha. Okay, I'll stop. It's you and me again today. Okay. Check in with Syax when, well, you know the drill. I don't know what they've cooked up for us, but let's get it done with style, huh? Right. Oh, by the way, Roxas, today will be your first really real mission. That means you should definitely prep your weapon beforehand. Oh, and if you want to practice what you've learned so far, we got the holo missions all set up for you. Holo missions? Yep, basically they're a way to re-experience missions you've already been assigned. Sweet. Syax may stop issuing some missions after a certain date. Don't worry though, you can always try any mission later. Just select Holo Mission from the main menu. Installing a weapon panel transforms your weapon, changing its appearance and abilities. You can only install one weapon panel at a time. Each has a different feel, so give them all a try. Let's check them out. Let's check out our new weapon, shall we? It's kind of like getting a new Keyblade. So let's take a look here. That'll do it. So as you can see, our weapon has definitely changed. And our new weapon is known as Missing Achi. So that's pretty nice. Again, the weapons I believe have a different effect on Roxas's stats, so be sure to keep this in mind. I think. I could be wrong. So, Holo missions, here's how they work. All your missions, whether you choose to accept them or not, are stored for you as Holo missions. See if you can complete them all. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to be going after every single mission, but I am going to be going after enough of them to complete the main story at the very least. Excuse me. unlike, say, Kingdom Hearts and Kingdom Hearts 2, this game does not have an alternate ending that you can unlock. There's no real completion bonus in any way. So be sure to keep this in mind. Just completing the main story, honestly, I feel as though that's going to be enough for me. But, of course, I want to show off as much of the game as I can. And at least show you all the worlds in the game, at the very least. So, again, with Hollow missions, you can replay any missions that take place within any designated days, such as Day 8, the icing on the cake. Here you can view a list of all missions that are available for that particular day. Whether you choose to accept them or not is entirely up to you. So, that's pretty nice. So be sure to be prepared for any and all missions going forward, that is for sure. And like I said, any future panels that you acquire, such as abilities, levels, etc., you can take those back to previous missions and complete them with flying colors if you barely manage to scrape out of it alive the first time through, if you so desire. Again, it's entirely up to you how you want to go about things. You want to go the full completionist route? Go for it, kiddo. Otherwise, this is perfectly acceptable. Today will be your first true mission. Check in with Syax to see a list of currently available missions. First, select the mission from the menu list. Then, it will open the mission brief. Use the D-pad to review the summary and objectives and press A to embark on the mission. And as such, we have one mission available for today, which is collecting hearts in Twilight Town. So, let's begin. Team up with Axel, eliminate Heartless in Twilight Town and collect hearts. Our objective requirements is obvious: defeat Heartless, collect hearts. And you can also view what rewards you'll get for completing the mission, and also your clear bonuses. And also random bonuses. Fire Recipe, Blazing Shard, Moonstone, and Potion. Okay, that's nice. Let's embark. Our second mission together. Yep. Sheesh, don't talk my ear off. You ready or what? What? Oh, yeah. Alright, let's get moving. Time to get to work. This is a simple enough mission. Just run around and collect hearts from as many Heartless as you can. It's literally as simple as that. Just again, don't be afraid to run around all over the place and find some pretty neato items. Oh, Jesus. There we go. I'm done. On to the next one. So honestly, again, as some of the previous Organization 13 members have mentioned, ignoring Heartless that are not emblem-based is not a bad idea, and it honestly means you'll be able to complete missions that much more quickly. But you'll also miss out on possibly building up a pretty sweet chain, so be sure to keep that in mind. Alright, let's get to work. Okay, so it seems like this Keyblade gives you, essentially Ow! God damn, that was bad. So, if you end up getting killed in a mission, you can choose to continue from a previous checkpoint, or you can withdraw and RTC until you get additional experience from previous missions. It's entirely up to you. I'm gonna try that again. Because, sweet Jesus, I was not expecting to die there. one other thing that has not been... God damn it. Anyway, as I was trying to say, one other thing that hasn't been mentioned about your limit gauge is that your limit gauge can only be used so many times throughout the entire mission. Get off of me, you stupid things! God damn it. Well, that's annoying. Okay. Thankfully, there's not much of a penalty for, getting killed during a mission. The only thing that happens is any items you used in that encounter will still permanently disappear. Magic, however, is restored from the previous checkpoint, so be sure to keep that in mind. There we go, this is going much more smoothly. Phew! That was painful. But hey, at least the deed is done. Okay. By the way, don't worry about healing your party members. If they end up going down and kicking the bucket, eventually they'll pick themselves right back up, so only worry about yourself. Just saying. Next wave. Oh, hello, we have some new Heartless elemental types. I believe these shoot fire? Come on, dude. By the way, there's not really a whole lot you can do about status elements right now that are inflicted upon Roxas and his party. So, be careful. Be careful about that. By the way, just like with Kingdom Hearts 1, any abilities that you assign to yourself, you have to be sure that they are fully assigned in order to be able to use them. Obviously. Okay. Well, that's the basic mission complete, so that's good to see. Of course, we're not fully completed yet. We still got some work that needs to be done. Potion. Good to see. There's also 3 treasure chests within this entire mission area. Seems like we managed to collect 2 of them up to this point. As far as chest number 3 is concerned, though, where that is, I'm not 100% sure off the top of my head. Could have swore that there should have been one within the area that we just passed not that long ago. And just like I said before, it's always a good idea to try to go for that extra credit. There we go. That's how it's done. Ah, here we go. Here's the chest. What's really funny how you open chests in this game, there's no animation for opening chests. You just examine it and it opens automatically. Why that is, if I have to guess, it's probably due to hardware limitations of the Nintendo DS. I think that's how it works. Get back here, you little jerk! There we go. Extra credit achieved. Perfect. Exactly what I gosh diddly dang needed. So, got any plans? I was just gonna report to Syax and then go to my room like I always do. Go to your room? Oh, Roxas, Roxas. Oh, hey. Move it, Pence! Hey, wait up! Last one there has to buy the winner an ice cream. Oh, sure, now you tell us. No fair, Hayner. Better get flying if you don't want to end up buying. Who were they? Local kids, I suppose. Must be some kids who live here. Really? They sure acted weird. Yeah? How do you figure? Why do those last two seem to enjoy getting pushed around like that? They were even making those haha noises. You mean laughter? Sometimes people with hearts do that, even when it doesn't make any sense. Oh, then I guess we're different. They're different from us. No, really? Come on, let's get some ice cream. We are best friends. Why? What do you mean, why? Because we're friends. Told you. So, friends are people who have ice cream together? It's actually a lot more complicated than that. Sort of. That, or laugh at stupid stuff that doesn't make any sense. Like those kids we just saw, they were friends with one another. Come on, I'll show you how it works. I'm kind of surprised Axel has this kind of insight. Just saying. I swear, Hayner, it wasn't my fault. Yes, it was. I saw you drop it. You owe me an ice cream. Get back here, Pence. Come on, Hayner. You gotta go one stinking day without ice cream? Hey, Roxas. Let's meet up for ice cream again after your next mission. I mean, who wants to spend their days just bouncing between work and the castle, right? Not me. Hey, I laughed. I guess we really are friends. Not just friends, the best of friends. More than you'll ever know. Excellent! So with that, we received enough experience to receive our first level up panel. Awesome. We also got some new panels as well. Block and Shining Shard. Sweet. You may notice a little number next to the block panel. As we progress through the game and get more and more powerful panels, they may take up additional slots within your panel screen, so be sure to keep this in mind as you're evaluating your panels and placement. Just saying. Day 15, Missions. New entry added to Roxas' diary. Sweet. Okay, what else do we have for levels? I mean, for items. First off, let's add in the block and our level up panel, which will increase our level by 1. Each level up panel you receive will, as long as you place it down on your panels somewhere, you will receive 1 level up per panel. So be sure to keep this in mind. Each level that you increase, you will gain additional stats for Roxas and Party. Or more or less just Roxas. Just saying. It's honestly worth your time doing it's worth your time placing as many level up panels as you can. Trust me, you will thank me later. Unless once again you want to challenge yourself, in which case, have at it! Alright, let's go ahead and save progress and proceed. So, based on the information we have for today's objective known as missions, we're probably going to be given multiple missions in this regard. So, let's speak. Roxas, I have assigned you another handful of missions. Some will be mandatory, but beyond that, our policy is that you set your own workload. The order of execution is also for you to decide. Start with the missions you feel most prepared for. So, now it's time to get into additional optional missions. Some of the missions you receive from the organization are mandatory. These missions are marked with a key. Once all the mandatory missions are complete, you can advance the date, or choose to hold back until you finish the full list of missions, which honestly you should do. This will give you the most amount of experience, the most amount of panels that you can possibly assign to yourself, and all kinds of wonderful things. You definitely want to take advantage. Trust me. Unless you're a speedrunner, in which case, advance to your heart's content. So, for our mandatory mission, we have just eliminate the Watchers in Twilight Town. We also have another 2 optional missions. First takes place within the castle that never was, and also another mission in Twilight Town, which you collect hearts. Let's take on the one in the castle that never was. Prove your endurance. Herein we will determine your fitness for future missions by conducting an assignment of your combat ability. Prove your endurance by surviving 1 minute in the arena we have set up for you in the castle. Fight or flee, but whatever you do, think fast. Dodge roll are indispensable for this test. Cool. Prove your endurance by surviving 1 minute. Okay. So for our clear bonus, we'll receive a fire recipe, and or a potion. Random bonuses is, of course, additional fire recipes, blazing shards, moonstones, and a potion. Okay, let's embark. And again, if you feel like you're overwhelmed in this aspect, you can obviously just withdraw from the mission and just wait to take it on again at any given point later on. Oh, nice try. You can also choose to fight against these enemies here. They are known as dusts. Dusts are probably the most common of nobodies of which you will see. Although nobodies, for the most part, really aren't that prevalent in this game. Also, ouch. That hurt. Let's try that again now, shall we? By the way, even though I said that your limit gauge is limited, you can still restore your HP, but your limit gauge, depending on how much health you lost, that will not be restored. So be sure to keep that in mind. Also, I'm pretty sure that dodge roll in this game does not have invulnerability frames, not like future entries, where it's practically broken. Oof. Well, damn, that stunk. Let's try that again. Again, you can choose to withdraw if you feel like you're overwhelmed at any time. If you ever feel like you're completely surrounded by enemies, don't be afraid to try to roll out of the way to get out of that situation.
Nice try. Nice try.
Honestly, I feel as though Limit Break as well as Dodge Roll are going to be your best friend throughout this entire exercise. Fire is also good as well to help keep you out of trouble. But again, for the most part, though, you can't really stick around for too long. Otherwise, you're going to be severely screwed over big time. This mission is primarily focused on survivability. Just surviving for an entire minute is obviously your most important objective, and is your primary objective. Ow! Also, blocking helps too. I believe in order to block, you obviously have to have that panel equipped, while at the same time, you have to hold still and push the Y button. If you have dodge roll as well as block equipped into the same set of panels, what will happen is your dodge roll while you're mobile will be prioritized. Are you kidding me? Wow, that sucked. Also, I believe after a number of deaths that you happen to withstand, or sustain, rather, I believe the game will give you a hint on how you can go about completing the mission. God damn it! One pretty annoying thing about I don't even remember what I was going to say. Stuck? You can always withdraw and check the enemy profiles for hints. Bite me. I refuse to give up. Not this early on. Then again, it might be a better idea to withdraw and just do another mission instead.
Nice try.
God damn it. I wonder if it's a better idea to just block rather than try to roll around at the speed of sound. I definitely feel as though that is indeed the case. Ow. Well, I got ganged up on pretty hard. Why don't we try that again? It is pretty neat that fire is enough to kill these dusks in one shot. The problem is, again, they come at you nearly endlessly.
Nice try. Nice try.
15 more seconds. Almost. Damn it! I should shut the hell up. Why don't we try that again? And this time, not get gang raped up the ass. Come on, I pushed the damn button.
Nice try.
Okay, that was complete bullcrap, and you know honestly, when it comes to these endurance exercises, you don't want to use any items whatsoever, as that's just purely a waste. Ow. Okay, screw this. We'll come back to this later. But hey, at least if you do end up aborting a mission, you can keep all the money and experience that you receive throughout the mission, regardless if you fail or not. But any rewards, though, that's a different story. So that is something worth mentioning. But hey, at least we got another level up out of it, so I'm okay with that. I would like additional panels, that would be nice, but it is what it is. I hit the wrong button. Alright, so like I said, I'm going to try another mission instead. Let's go to mission number 9, Twilight Town, collect hearts. Team with Marluxia. Eliminate Heartless in Twilight Town and collect hearts. Also be on the lookout for dire plants. Dispatch them by blocking and deflecting their seeds back at them. A zip slasher has been sighted as well. Exercise extreme caution around this powerful foe. Okay. Thanks for the intel. Let's get moving. So this powerful Heartless you don't have to take on. And honestly, when you're first doing this mission, it's recommended that you avoid it like the plague. This Heartless first appears, like, after you complete the main mission. So, that's something worth mentioning. One pretty neato thing about the missions is, even if Heartless are around, you can still open up treasure chests that are in the area. It's entirely up to you how you want to go about it. So some of you may be wondering, why isn't I suddenly stop moving sometimes and just, stop in place for about a second before I continue? Well, the reason why that happens is because the thumbsticks on these Nintendo 3DS consoles are complete utter crap. They honestly are. They're way, way too slippery for my giant man hands. And so I just slip off super easily when using it. So for DS games such as this, it's best to stick with the D-pad if you can. Unless you have like some sort of secret grip or something you can put onto the stick itself, in which case you can improve it quite substantially. But then again, who knows if such a thing exists? Who knows? You may be able to find something on Amazon or something to that extent. We don't know. Or I don't know at the very least. It seems a lot of the Heartless whom we have encountered up to this point have been nothing but shadows. And no, they're not hedgehogs. Just saying. Hey Marluxia, are you holding back just because I'm the new kid on the block and you don't want to show off your almighty power? I mean, you can summon a freaking fortress for Pete's sake. And make it so people only can attack with attack cards. Which is dumb, but you can do it. Why is it that you're not doing that here? I really have no clue. Your guess is as good as mine at this point, honestly. Just saying. Anyway, before we continue onward to the next area, I definitely want to explore and try to at least get all of the treasure chests in the area. Because grabbing treasure chests, honestly, you definitely want to do it. Each mission has a set number of treasure chests for you to find and collect. These treasure chests, sadly, are not marked on your map, and you have to find them on your own, which is kind of lame. But one cool thing is, at least you get the satisfaction of being able to keep the items. For the most part. Any items that are highlighted in yellow, I believe, are stored in your backpack. I'm pretty sure. You know what? Let's just discard this. Another blazing shard. 3 potions. Sweet. At least that wasn't all for nothing. It is kind of cumbersome to have to use the X button to scroll through the menu. But hey, it's better than performing some weird action that makes you question whether or not you need an exorcist to be able to scroll through the menus while you're moving in like Kingdom Hearts and Kingdom Hearts 2 respectively. Just saying. Another thing worth noting is that your backpack inventory space is limited, as I clearly showcased not that long ago. So be sure to keep this in mind as you're going about the game, and try your best to manage your inventory as much as possible. Thankfully, whatever items are in your backpack, you store them when you return to the castle, and they leave your backpack, so you don't have to worry about those. But if you happen to have like more than 99 of them, then in which case you won't be able to hold any more. Just saying. Hello. Looks like we got our targets. Nice. Double block. Just like I mentioned before, though, sometimes it's not a bad idea to abort mission just to rearrange your panels and just overall make yourself that much more powerful. You also get to keep any experience that you receive, too, throughout the mission. Okay. At least our basic goal is complete. So now we can just RTC if we want. But there is that one Heartless that we still have yet to find. Killing it will actually fill the mission gauge completely. I'm gonna give it a shot, see what I can do. Caution, a powerful enemy is near. That powerful enemy is actually located not too far off from our current position. And here it is. As you can see, this enemy has a ton of HP. He's also very, very powerful too. So like I said, fighting him your first time through is not really recommended. But if you can take him out, you will get a ton of experience. Ow! Okay, that hurt. That could have most certainly gone better. Oh well, let's try that again. Thankfully though, even if we do end up dying, it's not that big of a deal because at least you get your magic back, since it was a previous checkpoint. Ow. But again, your items, however, are gone. For powerful enemies such as this, ow! I was going to say is you definitely want to observe their attack patterns and try to attack from a distance as much as possible. After you fully memorize their attack pattern, then go for the hit if you can. Don't be afraid to block too. Oh. Well, that was a waste. like I said, your partners will take care of themselves, and they can take more hits than you can any day of the week. Especially when you're first starting out.
Nice try.
And I figured he was going to do that too. That's annoying.
Nice try.
I mean, we are making some progress when trying to defeat this thing. It just has a ton of health. And again, like I said, it's not really recommended to fight this thing and take it down when you first encounter it. But I want to at least try to do something. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised it can deal so much damage in such a short period of time. Like, it basically drains about 75% of your health in one freaking go. That's how strong that thing is. So, if you feel completely overwhelmed and you just don't have the confidence, make a hasty retreat. There's no shame in running and coming back to fight another day. Seriously. Alright, mission complete, at the very least. I'll happily take it. And again, with the hollow thing, you can replay the mission at any given time, no matter how far you are in the story. So, that's pretty nice. Let's see here. Nothing else really of noteworthy value besides the fact that we gain a couple additional items, which is pretty nice. Okay. There's only technically 2 missions left besides the hollow mission of endurance. I'm gonna give that another shot. This is probably a bad idea waiting to happen, but I'm gonna give it another go. Damn it. Ah, so close. 7 seconds left on the clock, too. Almost had it. Almost had it. Honestly, I feel as though if you get cornered, that's it. Your ass is grass.
Nice try.
Especially with how aggressive the AI is for these dusks. Especially on Proud Mode. Jesus. Okay, how did I not block that? Ow. Well, that most certainly could have gone better. Why don't we try that again?
Nice try. Nice try.
Oh, come on. I sliced his ass. That was a load of bull crap, and you know it, game.
Nice try.
I believe as you gain more and more levels and get stronger, your limit gauge also increases ever so slightly.
Nice try.
Eventually, I believe it'll get to a point where your limit gauge will actually be about half as much as your health. So roughly 50%. Okay. I was going to select withdraw. Although, I guess we'll be going after this one more time at the least. There at least.
Nice try. Nice try.
Again, I would love to be able to see him. That would be pretty sweet. Ow. Okay, screw this. Obviously, we're not strong enough yet to be able to withstand the frickin' horde. That is these frickin' dusks. But hey, at least we got another level up panel. So, again, pretty nice to have. Especially for our mandatory mission, which, again, you can choose to take on at any given point. And even after completing a mandatory mission, if you happen to have any additional missions lined up that are optional, you can choose to take them on or advance through the timeline and just continue, if you wish. It's entirely up to you. Alright, let's go into the mandatory mission now. Eliminate the Watchers. Watchers have surfaced in Twilight Town. Team up with Larxene, find them and eliminate them at once. So, our clear bonuses can be 2 blaze shards as well as a potion. So, that's pretty nice. Let's go! Okay, so the Watchers. As you can see, our target is clearly indicated on the very bottom of the screen. Those are the Heartless whom we're looking for. Okay, let's continue. One thing I will definitely mention is that, considering the fact that this is on a handheld console, it's pretty impressive to have full 3D graphics on a portable console such as this. Granted, it's basically on the level of, say, a Nintendo 64, but even so, A for effort. It's definitely impressive for its time, that is for sure. Okay, let's move on. Oh boy. Wow, that's a lot of watchmen. Ooh. Looks like I got a weight on me. What that does is I believe it prevents you from jumping. It even prevents you from even executing any sort of air combos whatsoever. Ow! God damn it. I can't believe I got killed so easily, like sliced butter. Ouch. Thankfully, we can try that again. And it appears that the enemies that you kill, even though we died in the process, they don't respawn. What the hell is up with that? Honestly, I don't get it. But whatever, at least the deed is done. Ooh, iron. I'm pretty sure that is a synthesis material that you can acquire throughout the game, so that's pretty nice. So anyway, I guess one other thing worth noting is, if you do happen to die after clearing an area of Heartless, those Heartless will reappear, so be sure to keep this in mind. Okay. Cool. Anything else here? No, it doesn't look like it. Oh, hi. How you all doing? So one really good way to build up a frickin' chain is definitely take out as many of the shadow-like Heartless as much as possible, aka the purebloods. Then focus on the elementals. Mission complete. Very well done. So with that, all the mandatory missions are done. However, there is still that one endurance mission that I have left to complete. I actually gotten pretty close one time and made it to like about 7 seconds left on the clock. So there's at least that. I want to try to complete all the optional missions that I can. Or at least until the end of the game at the very least. Let's go. Damn it.
Nice try. Nice try.
Damn it! Well, that sucked. Let's go again. Honestly, I don't see a point of using items whatsoever in these endurance missions. I'm dead. Damn it! 1 second left! God damn it! Ah, that's so bad. Especially now since... Oh, okay. Apparently I kept my potions. Then again, I think they just restocked from my reserves. I don't know. damn it! God, it's like they can gang up on you so damn fast. Thank God! Phew! That was way too close. Barely made it. And phone call. Fantastic. Hello? Of course he is. Alright, I'll be down in just a second. Alright, bye. Sorry, I have to step away for a few minutes. The plow guy is here, so while I'm away, enjoy an ad, and I'll be back hopefully within the next few minutes, so be right back. I say that and I can't play ads. What the actual heck? Here we go. Okay. After what seems like an eternity, I have returned once more. There's a lot of snow out there, and it's practically a blizzard out there. After I moved the truck, I had to sit there for a while the plow guy was plowing the parking lot, and then afterwards I had to shovel off the steps and make a small path through the snow from the porch to the truck. That was about it. And if it sounds like I'm completely out of breath, well, that's because I am. I mean, shoveling is pretty hard work. Really good exercise, but hard work. Not only that, I also had to climb another flight of stairs just to get back to my room. Anyway, let's wrap things up for today. Yeah, how's work going, okay? Yeah, can't complain. That's good. Not much of a conversation now, is there, huh? I'm kind of surprised that didn't result in a level up. That's kind of lame. Almost had a level up. Probably one more experience away, too. Anyway, onward to day 22. Left Behind. New entries added to Roxas' diary. I'm pretty sure more lore is going to be dropped on us. And regardless of what happens next, I am going to be calling it a day here. It was getting kind of close to the 3-hour mark anyway, before I even had to leave due to plowing the parking lot and everything, but hey, it is what it is. So, for Pete's sake, man, I just wanted to put it back, not take it out entirely. There we go. Better. So like I said, I'm wrapping things up for today. I'm well over the 3-hour mark by 15 minutes. But hey, it is what it is. I had to step away for a while. My apologies that I stepped away for so long. You can't exactly control Mother Nature or the plow guy whenever he shows up during a winter storm. So anyway, like I said, I'm done here for today. This is General Snivy with the Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days playthrough. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you were able to attend the live stream live, thank you for attending. Next time, we're going to be diving even deeper into the mission structure of the game, learn more about Organization 13, their goals, and how they're planning on achieving those set goals, and maybe even learn more about ourselves as we make our way through the more of the game. There are many twists, turns, thrills, spills, and tears that are left to be experienced as of yet. So yeah, I'm done here. Once again, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. I will see you all next time for more Kingdom Hearts action. See you all later.